Good morning to everyone here in Phoenix. We are going to kick off our media availabilities today with Travis Pastrana, driver of the number 60 Roush Fenway Racing Ford in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Travis, a pretty big week for you. Great run in Daytona, and then you and your wife announced that you're going to be expecting a baby later this year. So talk a little bit about that news and then running at Daytona as well.
Oh no, it's just really exciting. Obviously, got married about a year and a half ago, and having a kid is going to be awesome. But for now, just focusing on the job at hand right now, and going out and trying to drive some race cars. So Daytona was awesome, man. We just really stuck to the plan. Unfortunately, most of my teammates kind of got piled up. In a in a pile up with about 5 laps to go. So all my buddies were gone. So we were kind of a sitting duck there at the end. But until then, it was a perfect race. Top 10 finish was exactly what we had hoped for. This coming into Phoenix is the first, I wouldn't say real race of the season, but this is Daytona is a completely different ballgame. I learned a lot. I'm excited about it, but this is where we'll tell who's really got it for the season. So I'm excited about just being on a Roush Fenway team, and I know we got a great car, so looking forward to it.
All right, we'll go ahead and open it with questions. We'll go to Terry and then Jeff.
Terry Blunt, ESPN.com. Travis, I mean, you absolutely stunned people with what you did at Daytona. For someone who's never even run restrictor plate racing or drafted like that, I mean, what was the plan? I mean, what did you do throughout the race that enabled you to have such a good finish, and did you surprise yourself even?
No, well, we really didn't know what to expect. I knew we had a great car coming into the race. I mean, qualifying fourth, really driving Daytona by yourself, as a driver, anyone that's could basically put that car about where the car is going to finish based on speed. So I knew we had a great car. And with that, I knew a lot of people were going to be, willing to take the chance with the yellow stripe on the back and maybe help out a little bit. When we first started out, Trevor, our big thing, because I'm not in on qualifying. So my first 2 races are like, look, we're going to focus on qualifying. We're not going to try to qualify you, pole, but we got to make sure that you do nice, conservative, but good runs to get in. So we did all our mock runs and all our test runs, and Trevor pushed me around a few laps, but the big thing was let's not mess up this car. We know it's good. So when I went out there, I mean, starting fourth, we jumped right in there, and I'm getting pushed and being pushed and pushing the guys in front of me, and it was just a complete wild cluster. And we went in the first turn, first lap, and all of a sudden I turn in, and it had always worked before, but now in the pack, like the downforce is off the car. So I turned in, and I'm all the way, I'm third row up on top, and nothing happened, and I missed the wall by like an inch, at 200 miles an hour. I'm like, holy cow! So we dropped to the back like the team had told me. I said, look, just sit it out, and it was awesome because Tony Stewart was back there, Dylan was back there, and that was great. So we sat most of the race back there, and I was kind of gained confidence with those guys and really just started pushing a little bit, started to be pushed more, and those guys gained confidence with me. And unfortunately, they said right about 20 to go, they said, okay, follow that 43. And when Annette took off, man, we went from somewhere around 30th to I think we got up to third in 4 laps, and all of a sudden, it's lap 18, and I'm like, oh man, we got up too fast. now we're running 3 wide. I don't know what to do, and all hell broke loose like it always does. And poor Michael, he went from the left of me to the right of me and gone before I had a chance to lift or move the steering wheel. I mean, the speeds there are so fast, and once that happened, we didn't have a lot of help because he took out the 5 was pushing me, and 43 was who I was following, and I don't know where Tony went, but I think it was to the front. So obviously.
All right, Jeff, go ahead.
From USA Today. I'm sure you've been asked this in many forms, but I don't know the answer, so I'd be interested to hear it. But are you going to let your kid do all the crazy stuff that you do? I mean, do you have any concerns about that?
Definitely. I feel for my parents now with everything I put them through. But I think, we'll encourage whatever we have, boy or girl, to follow their passion. I'm hoping their passion's golf, maybe. But definitely with what we have around us and the action sports community and the action sports family is, and even now getting into the racing family, it's a tighter knit community with more role models and more people that that I would like my kid to look up to and to be a part of and to be influenced by. So I really do hope that they're in this industry, and definitely the nerves being in there is one thing, because I know that it's worth it. Every second is worth it, and I'm passionate about what I do, and I love that passion. But I hope they're passionate about whatever they do.
Do we have any additional questions for Trev? Okay.
You know, before last weekend, David Carvel, NASCAR.com. Before last weekend, your only experience driving or riding around Daytona was what, on two wheels, right?
I actually did the Daytona 24-hour, so that got some pit practice, but never did the full loop.
But you had done Bike Week stuff there before,
Yeah,
correct?
I got my first Supercross win at Daytona.
Correct. Okay, gotcha.
Any other questions for Travis? Okay, we'll come up front here.
Richard Flores with Pit Notes. Travis, this is your first run at PIR, correct?
Well, first run on this configuration, I ran K&N
Right.
2 years ago.
So obviously you're a little bit familiar with it. I mean, what are your expectations for the track? I mean, are you going to have a little bit of learning curve, or?
Definitely learning. My biggest thing is coming from, a dirt with rally car background and motocross and just that kind of background. I usually do better with the tracks that are more worn out. So this being, a newer track, especially last year, I was talking to, all the other drivers. They said it's a really slick course. So you need to kind of have that seat of the pants feel, which, I feel very good about driving cars and controlling stuff the sideways, but still getting used to that. Yeah, okay, it's about to break loose, but it's not there yet kind of feeling in the pavement kind of driving. So I'd imagine this is going to be one of my tougher tracks, but I definitely, have more experience on short tracks. So, we're going to go out there and, my goal for this, first couple races, the first three especially, is we got to get our car qualified. We're not in on qualifying, so let's do the best we can. My goal is to be in the top 10. Whether that's realistic or not, I'm not sure, but heck, if we're running second on the last lap, I'm going for the win. I mean, it's we would do is we're not happy until we win, but definitely if we could get around a 10th place finish here this weekend, we'd be good.
Any additional questions for Travis? We'll end on this note. Considering this is your first full season of competition in the Nationwide Series. Do you have a track on the schedule that you're really looking forward to going to?
For me, my hometown track was always Dover. I've never gotten to drive anything around Dover, and they say it's like dropping into a roller coaster every corner, and jumping coming out. It doesn't look like a jump in person or when you're watching, but if all the drivers say it, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for your time, guys.